Now, the premium SUV segment is among some of the most popular in Australia, but Mercedes-Benz has been missing out on riding that wave. That is, until now. Meet the new Mercedes-Benz GLC. Mercedes has had plenty of success in the SUV scene, but has concentrated on the top end of town with its larger ML and GL wagons. It recently bookended its family with the arrival of its baby GLA soft-roaded just last year, and now comes the GLC, which is due to arrive in Australian showrooms from December and rides on the same underpinnings as the C-Class sedan and wagon. Well, from the driver's seat, it's all pretty familiar from the C-Class. The dashboard is exactly the same, which is no bad thing. It's a pretty classy environment. The obvious thing is you're sitting a little bit higher up than you are in the sedan, but there's still plenty of comfort in the adjustment of the seats, the quality of the materials, and the spaciousness of the cabin. It's absolutely a really nice place to sit. The GLC, as a 5-door wagon, obviously has a little bit more space than the sedan. There's plenty of rear legroom and even more headroom in the back, and as a 580 litre boot is the best in its class. It will initially be available with a trio of turbocharged 4-cylinder models, 2 diesels and 1 petrol variant, with prices starting at $64,900 plus on-road costs for the entry-level GLC 220D. While that's about $5,000 above the base level sedan and $1,500 more than the entry-level wagon, the GLC comes equipped with all-wheel drive, a 9-speed automatic, and more interior space from its unique 5-door body. The 220D comes fitted with 19-inch alloy wheels, sat-nav, man-made leather, and a comprehensive suite of safety systems with 9 airbags and automated emergency braking as standard. It is powered by a 2.1 litre turbo diesel that generates 125 kilowatts and 400 newton metres, and has a claimed average fuel consumption of 5 litres per 100 k's. It's a great engine that is smooth and refined and has plenty of low-down punch, but for those that want a bit more engagement, the petrol 250 is the quickest of the initial bunch. It costs $67,900 plus on roads and produces 155 kilowatts and 350 newton metres, with a claimed fuel consumption of 6.5 litres per 100 k's. At the top of the range though is the 250D, with a more powerful version of the turbo diesel. It costs $69,900 plus on roads and increases power to 150 kilowatts and 500 newton metres, but has no penalty in fuel consumption with the same 5 litre rating. The steering is quite well weighted, but a little bit awkward just off centre, and it obviously rolls a little bit more through the bends than the sedan. We're driving on the optional Airmatic suspension. We haven't had a chance to sample what it'll be like on the conventional steel springs that will be available as standard fitment in Australia, so we'll reserve judgment until it finally gets there in December. In the meantime though, in a class that hasn't really had a standout performer, this car really is in a league of its own. With quite affordable price tags, it really can justify the premium of the Mercedes-Benz badge. The other thing is, this car looks sensational from the outside. It doesn't purport to be a chunky off-roading car. It's a stylish, restrained design that really stands out. But it's also not completely without its flaws. The 9-speed automatic transmission hunts and shunts around the gearbox, particularly around town, and both the 250 models riding on 20-inch wheels feel a little bit pattery over small bumps. For the more adventurous, the GLC is also available with an optional off-road engineering package that is linked with the air suspension and comes with a suite of electronic driver aids tailored for covering more rugged terrain. We got to experience its abilities and came away surprised with how competent it is climbing up and over some steep hills and through some chassis twisting potholes. So what's the final verdict on the GLC? Well, we already love the C-Class sedan on which it is based. In fact, it's our reigning Car of the Year champion. And so do Australians. It's selling at an absolute record rate. The fact that this carries all the attributes of that great car into an SUV is bound to make it even more popular to Australians. So it ticks all the boxes.